What's going on? What's going on? This song always get me lit. I can be in a bad mood, and this song always lifts my spirit. Shout out, big shout out to Rachel J. She has a
Yeah,
new
yeah.
song that dropped called Dear Ray. I've been rocking that. That's one of them sit back and listen, sit back,
Mm,
one of them smooth listens.
yeah,
So
you always gotta have one of those.
you do. So what thank you for joining me first of all, bro. So how you been doing with the evening rush, Mr. Busy Man?
What's good, man? First of all, you already know what it is. I can't start a show without saying my catchphrase. You already know. So you already know what it is. It's your boy Don. Evening rush all day, every day. Shout out to my girl Rainbow. You already know what it is. But other than that, like, yo, we chilling, man. Like, doing what we do.
What
I'm
you got?
happy with all of the success that's going on, things that are moving. You know, that's
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, you got some big things going on. Big things. How long you been working at this? For the listeners, so that they know nothing happens overnight. Not for real, for real. It takes
Nah,
work.
nah, nah, nah. I had, I didn't make the final decisions until the beginning of the last week of August. I think it was. Yeah, the last week of August. I sat down with Envy and Rainbow, and I was like, "Yo, listen, you know, everybody want to go on TV. This is what they want to do. So let's make it happen."
Hmm.
So what I mean, set it up. I was able to do this deal with the Amazon Fire Stick, and you know what? I'm happy. Next week we on Amazon Fire Stick. You know what I mean?
Does it feel like, not that this is supposed to be an interview of you, but I'm just, because
Listen, it's cool.
a lot
You
of
know, I,
people don't understand that it takes work. It takes a lot of work you to do a podcast. I mean, doing a
nah,
podcast is
everybody
easy,
think it's easy.
but
You
it's
know,
not. When you're intentional about it, it's not right. This that
yeah.
what you did is not. How long have you guys been working at that? Like, just doing this whole podcasting thing, because it's been some years, right? You guys started on
Um,
radio.
we started on Yak Radio. Shout out to Clay. Like that's my man, 100 grand. Without Clay, we wouldn't even be doing this right now. That's because I asked him, yo, how do I do this, and he put me on. Um, but we started there 8 years ago. In Rainbow, we just decided. Well, actually, it was Twin and Rainbow, and I was just the producer there.
Oh wow.
And if for y'all that all that know, Twin is Mac. He used to call himself Twin. Now he no longer calls himself Twin. He's Mac of the TL Mac Fitness Show. But they used to be the host and co-host of the Evening Rush. And with Twin's health, he couldn't continue. So we started trying to fill people in, and that just wasn't. It wouldn't click. Like you wouldn't get that click. So I finally said, "Yo, Rainbow, me and was talking." I was like, "Yo, let me just step up, and let's do the show." So I stepped up, and 8 years later, here we are. We've been on WZMR. Shout out to my mom, dude John over there, and we went from one radio station to another radio station. Took a break. When we decided to come back, we was like, let's make it bigger, let's make it better, let's make it our own.
I
And
love it.
here you go, the Evening Rush Network.
I love how you guys are all. It seems like it's more than just friends. It's family. You guys, even like I
Oh,
watch
that's
pretty much all the shows. I have my faves. I have my
yeah,
faves.
of course, of course. I mean,
Listen, I ain't
everybody
gonna
do.
lie. On Mondays, after work, I usually get off work late on Monday, 7, 8 o'clock. By the time the Queens of NYC, I'm on my couch. I watch that on my couch. I sit down and watch it on the big 65
Well,
inch.
now you can watch it on Amazon.
I can't
You,
wait.
you ain't gotta go to YouTube. You can go right to Amazon, watch it, and enjoy it with no problems, no nothing. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
The only thing about watching it on the big screen is that you have to do it from your phone so that you can comment. As because
yeah.
if you don't, you can't
Well,
comment.
I mean, right now I'm working on that situation either way because I want to leave YouTube and not leave them, but basically you would have to go to the eveningrush network.com and be on there, and that is where we'll be seeing all our shows at from now
Okay. Oh,
on.
that's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, yeah, it's just necessary for us as we want to grow. I shouldn't have to depend on other networks to grow. We have our own whole network, so we need to grow on what we have, which is eveningrush.network.com. We have a website. You know what I mean? So that's the plan. But everything takes time. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So for right now, we on YouTube. We're gonna work the situation out, do what we do.
What do you think about all the changes that's going on with YouTube? Like they're not giving the creators what they used to. Back in the days you can
Yeah.
live off of YouTube. Now it's not, unless
Um,
one of those original shows, you're not doing
it's
that.
not even that. Like you gotta have millions and millions of viewers. You know what I mean? We get thousands of viewers, and it before was okay, you get thousands of viewers, you were good. Now you gotta have millions of viewers, and
Wow.
it's not easy. This is not easy. People nervous. People just jump on. Like I said, and podcasting, everybody's a podcaster now. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Everybody
Your little
don't take
sister,
it
your
serious.
little sister around the corner, she a podcaster. She just go to her phone. She's like, "Yo, I'm a podcaster now," and
you know
but they don't understand, and that's the crazy. This is me and my man from Charm City, E
you
Digger.
dig.
We sat down and talked about that. Like, people don't understand what it takes to really be a podcaster and to really sit here and entertain and be consistent and to come up with new topics every week and try to do something better than what you see somewhere else. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
the difference, like I said, people don't realize the difference with the Evening Rush Network versus a lot of places is most of the time you're watching a show. You're watching one show on YouTube, and that's what you're watching. We decided to become a family and expand.
It's
So
an
now you're
actual
watching,
network.
yeah, you're watching one show on multiple shows on one network. So that's the difference.
Yeah, which I love. I really
Yeah.
like the format of everything and the different shows that's coming on. Like I even caught a little bit of the wrestling show. The
Oh
other.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I support. I support. I
Listen,
try and check in with everybody. I really do.
definitely
PL Mac.
appreciate that.
I checks
You
in.
know, you know how long we've been trying to do that wrestling show.
Really, y'all seem like y'all were having a ball up there.
It, you know what? Because it took a lot of us to sit there and keep saying, "Yo, we want to do the wrestling show. We want to do the wrestling show." And Rels was like, "Yo, I want to do this wrestling show." So I was like, "Listen, you know what? I can't promise you I'm gonna rock with you all the time, but I'm willing to help you start it off." So but we episode 3 so far, and honestly, like I love the wrestling show. I
You know
love it.
what? When I was sitting there watching you guys, it felt like, and I don't know how many are in relationships or married, but it felt like you guys were sitting in the garage, just kicking back, just tapping back into that childhood thing and just having a ball, like it was a release
Yeah,
for y'all. Everybody getting together and just talking. It seemed like it was more fun than anything, which made it a really great show.
thank you.
Yeah,
I'm actually looking for like what you call a show actually, um, a cigar show.
a cigar show.
Yeah, yeah. I
Really?
want That's something I've been looking for. Sit back, that definitely has to be live because everybody has to be in the same room and somewhere safe that you can smoke cigars and sip and talk.
Mm-hmm.
So
There's so
that's
many
one of the shows I've been
lounges
looking.
around
Yeah,
now.
yeah, definitely. So you got to definitely work a deal out with whoever owns the lounge and how that works.
Yeah. So
So
if you guys hear this and you have a lounge or you're a cigar connoisseur, check in with the
yeah,
Evening Rush
definitely,
Network.
definitely.
Check
Holla at
in.
me.
You know what else you should have on there? those true life crime ones.
Yeah, that I've been looking into that too. Everything, you know what it is about right now? Everything is about scheduling. And if you notice, like I now have shows on top of shows,
I know. I'm like,
so
how is
it's
he
like
handling all of this? Because you
it's a lot of
produce.
work.
That's the other thing. Like a lot of people don't realize that you produce most of the shows, right? Like Envy
Yeah,
does a few, and
yeah.
she'll,
Envy does a few,
yeah,
and
but for,
Rainbow's on the works of doing a few. So
oh, okay, okay. Shout
yeah,
out to Rainbow. Okay.
yeah. So
Oh,
we definitely gonna be doing it. Where we're gonna start maximizing time by somebody else doing shows. So everybody, it's not all the work on one person,
mm-hmm.
which is the way it's supposed to be done.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
Oh, the teamwork. I see this. I see you guys working as a family, which is
Yeah. Oh, I mean
surprising
that's what
because
it is.
there's so many people. There's a lot, but everybody seems to be, family.
Yeah, we all on one page, which is the good part. You get your days. Every, you wouldn't be family if you
Didn't
listen.
fight
We
amongst
all
each
got to
other.
agree and
Even
disagree.
us. Sometimes I know
Yeah,
you
yeah,
be like, "We go back."
yeah. Like you gonna go through those days where people agree, people disagree. But the good part about it is we're family, so we gonna come back together. You good?
Anyhow.
I'm sorry, sis. You need anything? Let's work, make this happen. I think I
Hmm.
can I can literally be honest and say there's only maybe one time I was so mad that I didn't even pull up. I was there, but I didn't pull up. Like you didn't see my face the whole show. Then when the show was over, I hit the button like I
Bounce.
was gone.
I'm not saying nothing.
Word. I ain't
I'm
talking
mad.
to y'all at all. You know what I mean? So there, I can literally honestly say there was one time I was in my bag and I was like, yo, I ain't talking. I ain't saying nothing to them. You know what I mean? But as you see, we done worked it all out and we all good. So
Yeah.
it happens, man.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I was waiting on Mike to talk about some of the trending topics. I know you guys um on the Queens and NYC on Monday. I heard them talking about the lady from Coney Island
Yeah,
that
yeah.
killed her three kids, and me and Mike were talking about it earlier. I guess is
Yeah,
being talked about a lot, which I think is good because it also raises awareness.
I mean, it's trying to get an understanding of what really happened with her. You
Yeah,
know, um, to to kill your children, is like
she had to
crazy.
snap. She
You
had to
you
snap.
you had to literally had enough,
Hmm.
and
Did
those are the times where you're like, as a parent, you're like, well, you could have just gave your kids to somebody else for that day or took 5 minutes, but what a lot of people didn't understand, she was going through postpartum.
postpartum? Did your
I think I'm
wife
saying it
go
right.
through
Yes,
postpartum?
yeah.
Yeah, that
Um,
it's tough.
it was and it was crazy because she went through it twice. I think more the first time was more of it affected her more,
Hmm.
and it was remember we had triplets and we lost one,
Hmm. And
so
your
we was
emotions
dealing
are
with
all over the place.
yeah,
I
so
know.
it was dealing with the loss of one and the fact that she was going through a postpartum. It didn't help that I was you know doing the evening rush. I was all over the
Busy.
place. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Working, just trying to get this paper. Like I was out here hustling. So it didn't help that it was all on her, and that was the bad part about it because
Yeah.
I didn't realize because one I'm a man. I didn't know nothing about postpartum. If my other kid's mother went through it, I didn't know about it, so I didn't know. So this
Hmm.
is the first time I
With the
really had to
older
deal
kid,
with them.
she if your older kid's mom went through it, it probably she probably didn't even realize what it was. I know I didn't. Our kids are
Yeah,
the same age. I didn't know what it
yeah,
was until years later.
yeah. So it took it took me realizing how affected she was when she had it. When we went to counseling, we had to
Mm.
actually go to counseling because the relationship was going through craziness.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, because she felt alone, and as a parent, you should never have to feel alone, especially when you have somebody that's supposed to be there.
Right.
So, a lot of this came out when we went to counseling, and I'm happy it did because it made me aware of things I had to change.
Hmm. I'm glad you said
Excuse
that
me.
because a lot of times because it is such an emotional turmoil that you go through when you are suffering from postpartum. I know this firsthand. I had it really really bad with my first set of twins, and that was
Mm,
they're 25 now, but I didn't know what it was. I can remember times where I would literally just be laying in the bed crying, and you got to feed them, but I
yeah,
couldn't even get up to feed them. I would, lay them across my arm. And my ex-husband, he always worked, like, he at that time he was working first shift, so he would leave 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm with the kids all day long, by myself with 3 kids. it
it's
was
good.
it was a lot. Hey, y'all, it only says Facebook user.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
hello, thank you for checking in. It says they constantly change the goal past when they see black people get money. Who says
yeah,
that?
yeah, definitely. We was talking about when we was talking about YouTube. Yeah,
Oh,
that's a true fact. Like nobody wants it. They don't want to see people get bread that easy. So now let's
mhm.
make it harder.
It's
They even
TikTok.
even now they did where they 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 make you choose what your show's about so that they can tell you, okay, yeah, that show can't be monetized.
Oh, wow. Seriously?
Yeah, yeah.
They're all
So
competing with TikTok. TikTok came in and caused so much chaos. I didn't realize
yeah.
that TikTok does not pay their creators. I didn't know that.
Oh
Like,
no,
I'm
they
not
they they
big on
do.
TikTok.
They do, but you have to. It's a lot of hula hoop jumping. You already know. Excuse me. Through
Yeah.
all of this, it's a lot of hula hoop jumping. But if you want to get paid for doing any of this, you got to do what you got to do. You got to hula hoop jump. You got to hula hoop jump.
And be
But
consistent. That's the thing.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
the that's one of the things I love about being on the network. Like, you guys keep me on my toes, and when I'm not, it's like,
uh,
I feel like crap. I'm like, dang, I got to
you,
take this serious, because what aggravates me so much is when people be like, yeah, they told me I should start a podcast. Okay, because they see, I know you've probably heard that. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Go ahead. It's easy if you don't want it to be about nothing. If you don't want to be consistent, and you just, you're not taking it seriously, yeah, it's gonna
I
be
just want to
easy.
talk.
I just
I
want
want
to
to talk.
that's
Talk to your buddy. Like there's nothing wrong with talking to buddy.
It's more
But
than talking to this.
yeah,
It's
a lot of people survive through it because they figure their show is doing well. Which any show in the beginning is always doing well if you hit the right people, and you'll get certain supporters, and those certain supporters will fall off. You know what I mean? But then the goal is to pick back up other supporters.
mhm.
Remember always your family's the first set of supporters you're gonna have, but then your family gets tired of seeing it.
They get tired of saying, do I have to really click this post again?
So now you gotta get other people to support you. You know what I mean? And that's the hard part.
Yeah,
So
and
you
not
gotta
looking at
come
the
up with
numbers.
you gotta come up with something new. You know what I mean? That's where me and Rainbow came to terms with, like, let's not worry about the numbers. Let's worry about
The
entertainment.
content. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Because the
Let's
numbers
worry
will
about
drive you crazy.
yeah, totally. Like if you just one day you'll have that great show, I got that 1.2, and then the next show it's like I got
20.
35 views.
Right. It goes like that sometimes. It
And
really
I
does.
and for example, this week, like I think the week before we did 2.5, and this week we did 21, and I think this week was like one of the best episodes.
It's always
We
like
talking
that.
about the kids, we talking about community, and the things that's going on in our community, and that was like to me one of the best episodes because we all came from our heart, and that got 23 views. I was like, damn,
Yeah. Yeah, that
like this is crazy.
sometimes I look at the numbers, and I'm like, dang, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. YouTube is a beast. YouTube
Yeah,
YouTube is a beast within itself. And from it's my understanding that they will, if they see you doing really really well, sometimes they will kind of pull back your subscribers so they can't see it.
Yeah.
It's if you're being monetized.
Well, they want you to go about it through shorts, and they want you to do shorts, and then they want you to still put out your content. It's a lot, and some people don't really have that much time to do all of that. You know what I
That's
mean?
what it
Like
is.
editing. This is the reason why I like live versus stuff that's edited, because you get real. You getting
Mhm.
the real raw emotions. Whether you make a mistake or you don't, you getting the real raw
It's
emotions.
there.
You're not getting um perfect content because it listen, you're looking at it as, yo, let me edit this out. Let me take this out. Let me make me look good on saying this. And he said this at that right time. So but the editing process is completely crazy. If you're not a good editor, it is crazy. It's a lot of
And you
work.
can spin it certain ways too when
Yeah,
you edit it. I prefer live also because I like the real emotions. I don't even, a lot of times when I'm doing interviews, I don't even write down the questions because I want it to be authentic. Not
yeah,
that it's other stuff. Now I just have my way of doing things. I
yeah.
like to draw
Me too.
from,
I'm the same way. I'm the,
yeah, draw from how the conversation is going.
like us doing when we did the one of our shows, we had to write literally write what we were gonna say and give it to them, and then we had to go back off of what we wrote, and it was like I'm doing a show, but I'm not asking you what I want to ask.
Yeah, I
What
prefer
people want
not.
you to, and what people want you to ask, you can't ask because it's like that's not something we're allowed to ask.
Hmm. I
And
prefer not to. My best interviews are with people who are so open and just, just let the
yeah,
vulnerability out because
I
that's
think
what people like.
Brooklyn at the Brown Table had a great show where they was talking about domestic abuse, and the woman called in and she started crying about her loss for her son. And
Hmm.
I think that was like one of the most amazing shows.
Hmm. That was a
And
good one.
even though they had a lot of glitches in it, I was like, I gotta let that show out
That was a good one.
just because of the emotion that woman put in the loss of her son and her crying, which
Hmm.
ended up making the guys
I
realize
think
life is
Fruit
real.
was, yeah, I think Fruit
Yeah,
was talking with her with on that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and you could just see the raw emotion. So like there's shows when you can see that raw emotion, and you're just like, it is much better than me editing it and putting you missing the raw emotion. You just getting what I want to give you.
Hmm. The other thing, as we are entering into season 3 of Think and Grow with Vette Green, I'm realizing more and more that some people are more comfortable with strictly audio and not
Yeah,
video. Everybody's
yeah.
not comfortable. When you tell them that the podcast is video also, I feel the drawback. A lot of people are
Nervousness,
not. Yeah. Have you
nervousness.
experienced that? You've been doing this
Yeah,
longer than me.
yeah. Multiple times, multiple times.
Hmm.
I've had people tell me they're gonna do the show, cancel at the last minute because of that. Like
Yeah.
I guess, they told somebody, oh, listen, I'm about to be on a podcast, da da da, and then they talking, and then he was like, you got 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people looking at you, da da, and then they're like, yeah, I'm not ready.
Yep. Yep. I
I've
feel
even
that.
had somebody cancel because she was like, oh, my hair wasn't done, and I couldn't get it done that week, so maybe you can push it to another day. And I'm like,
Yeah.
wow. I'm like, Miss, if you really know, I'm kind of booked. Like for the rest of the month, maybe the next 2 months, I be booked.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I'll try to figure something out. I'll try to see if I can squeeze you in. My biggest thing is I personally don't like doing more than one interview during a show, only because of the fact that I like to give my all to the person that I'm interviewing.
Mm-hmm.
So we rarely you'll rarely see us be like, yo, let's take two people on the show. Then I got to
Yeah.
do half a show one person, half a show another, and it's like to me, it's a rush interview.
Yeah, I want to try something next month, just in segments. I only want to do on those days that I do have interviews. I want to do the one interview, but have that like the second half, and then the
Mm.
first half, me and Big Mike talking, and possibly businesses calling in. I
Mm.
really want to be supportive, and it like I when I was off those 3 weeks, I was thinking, how can I be really, really intentional about this podcast, because it's my baby. This is my
Yeah.
baby, and I want it to also be a place where people are really thinking and growing, like literally thinking and growing at the same time, because it takes a lot. And that's what
Mm.
I was thinking about, having something like that. Just, having businesses call in, or even just promoting businesses, small Black owned businesses, and bringing sponsors.
Yeah.
Bringing
I
some
mean, that's the
sponsorships in.
biggest thing is getting a sponsorship to support, help support the show and do what you guys do on that end.
Yeah.
That's like one of the biggest things. So it becomes a touchy thing when people don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah. I am going to I think I'm gonna there's a rap battle here tomorrow. Some people that I follow, that I like. This one guy, Falzone is his name. He's I'm gonna hopefully I can catch him in the act tomorrow, if I
Well,
do get there.
I want first, explain to them that the reason why you're doing Friday and then you have Tuesday. Tuesday is supposed to be something different from Friday. Friday,
Yes,
and
so
this is why I was like 100% with you. Like, Friday is supposed to be artist
yes,
day, and this is what
artists
we
and
do.
businesses and stuff like that.
Yeah,
That is so on Tuesdays, everyone, it's going to be just my regular interviews, or we're going to be doing trending topics. On Fridays, if you know an artist, independent artist, or small brown Black business, have them contact me, because I'd like to highlight them. Send me their music, let me listen to it, and we can talk, have a conversation. I do a pre-interview. I'm not just going to be having
yeah, yeah.
people on the show and you talking crazy. I do pre-interviews. If you do not have time to talk with me for 15 to 30 minutes a week or so prior to the show, don't even contact me. We got to do a
Mm.
Zoom interview. Have to.
Yeah, definitely.
There's so much fire music out here. I've been waiting on Chevy Cass and nobody famous to drop their single today, but
Mm.
they haven't dropped it yet. Maybe later on tonight. I've been rocking to that music hard. I can't believe how good it is. You know how you stumble upon something, it's like, dang,
Yeah,
this is really good. Like, why is this not on the radio? That's
and
how
that's
it.
the thing. Like, people don't understand that y'all losing out on great music because it's not
Yes.
on the radio.
Yes. There's
There's a
some
lot
really
of
good
great
stuff out
artists,
here.
unsigned artists, and you know what I mean. That y'all missing out. I'm gonna say it like that because I was
Chino Fire. Chino
yeah,
Fire.
yeah, yeah.
Man.
Signed.
He is signed.
Yeah, I'm waiting
Oh
for that
wow, I
album
can't
though.
wait. I'm gonna have Chino on here the 23rd. I don't have my calendar in
Yeah,
front of me. Is it the 23rd?
yeah.
I think
I think it's,
okay.
it's yeah the
Something
23rd.
like
If I'm
that.
wrong. Next,
Next
it should be
Friday.
next week. Yeah, next
Yeah,
Friday.
next Friday. Next Friday. I got Cap 716 from Buffalo coming on as well next month sometime. I think his is October 3rd. I don't have my calendar in front. I'm booked. I'm booked out.
Yeah.
I'm booked out until October.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, people don't get it. Like, sometimes these shows go fast.
Yeah, they do. I'm gonna start scheduling for November. Um, soon. I got my September and October booked up. I can't wait to have Cap 716 on a Friday. He's fire too. He's one of them freestyle rappers. Just out the
Mm.
blue. I'm doing an interview with him and he start freestyling at the end. I'm like, dang, any good? Everybody that rap is not good. I hate when do you come across artists who aren't as good as they think they are? And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Hell, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or You get the hell the ones that you be like, yo, yeah. But what kills me is when you got to sit there and tell them, yo, you know what? You sound good, man.
Yeah, I listening to Chevy to Cass. I'm just gonna say listening to Cass music. Spotify took me into some other independent artists, and I ran across this artist named Chow Mein. He's Asian descent, Filipino. I don't know, but he's fire too. I couldn't believe he sound R&B. He sounds
Mm,
R&B. It's nice. I'll send it to you. I'll put it in the group chat. He got some nice music out there.
yeah,
S-
yeah.
some really nice music out there. Who you listening to? Who on your playlist right now?
I actually, I'm being honest. I don't
Okay.
listen to nobody but Naquasia and Chrissy right now,
Oh
and
yeah, she fire.
that's only because I have to stay consistent right now with us being in the studio. So I'm trying to like zone out on everything else, even though it's kind of hard. Um,
Now she doesn't have many songs out yet, right? Because I couldn't. I went searching for everything. When I like your music, I
on
look
which
for
one?
everything.
Who don't
Um,
have?
let me see. I think I saved her on Spotify.
There's music. Well, Chrissy doesn't have. Um, she has music out that we have.
Okay.
Um, but Equasia, if you go to like title, she has the mixtape she put out first.
Oh, it's on
Um,
Tidal.
yeah, and then she
Oh,
also has, you know, um, Shattered, which is out.
okay. That must be why. Okay. I don't.
But
I don't. I
her
Tidal was
first
taking up too much space.
her first single will be dropped in October. So
Big
her
shout
new
out to
single,
her.
yeah.
Big
So
shout out to her.
that's the one.
Yeah. What other music are you looking for? Is there anything in particular?
Um, not honestly, like I'm more old school. So I listen to a lot of R&B. When I do listen to music, there's a lot of R&B. I be getting told I'm in my feeling. You in love right now, bro?
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of old school R&B, '90s, of course. You know what I'm saying? When music was music.
Right.
Um, so I mean that's where my head is right now. Now, if I'm listening to rap, it's Hove all day. Hove or 50. Um, I might play away. Like today, I actually listened to a little bit of Lost Boys.
Mm.
Now that I thought about it. Um, so I listened to a little Lost Boys today, and that was because I was at work and I was like, I was just zoning out.
I listen to Hove when I need some motivation and I need a gem dropped into my brain. I put on Hove in a minute when I just
Yeah,
need because he's even though he's a rapper, he's in touch. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like he gets it. His eyes are wide open. He gets it from a whole nother level. And he still look down that God did that one he was like even they can't
Oh
believe that
my
they
god.
are where they are. Man.
Yeah. What's good, Shaka? I see you on the check-in. And yeah,
Man.
Legal Drug Money is a classic. Renee. That was the repeat right there, Renee. Yeah, that's my joint, but like I said, I try to not to listen to too much other music than the girls right now, because I don't want to get caught in that loop of, you know,
Trying to make them into what's out
yeah, I don't want
there.
them to
And
be somebody else. I
I
want them to
hear
be who
that a
they are.
lot when people are I hear that when you're trying to with new talent, you don't want them to sound like the other people. So a lot of producers won't listen to uh other people's music. That's
Yeah,
that's smart. That's smart. Is it tough in this industry, you think? Is it really, really tough for independent artists?
yeah, definitely. Um, the reason why it's so tough for them is because they there's a process, and because there's a process, it just they gotta understand the process, and that's what they don't understand. They think they see a lot of these newer independent artists get on, and they think that's the process, and it's not. Like, it's a bigger process than that. And
Mm-hmm.
people, the amount of money you spend being an independent artist is crazy.
Yeah.
When
Because
you
you're
you
paying
gotta,
for everything.
yeah, you're putting you have to make a budget for videos, for studios. Then you remember you got to promote and market yourself. You know what I mean? So it's super hard on an independent artist. They think it's just music. It's not, never just music. There's business involved in all of it.
Yeah.
And I think, like, I noticed, like, even the certain smart ones now, they realize, okay, what I got to do is get my own buzz as an independent artist, and then once I got that buzz, then I sign to a major, because then I collect that money and let the machine work for me. But you still got to be careful with the deal that you take.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know the business, and trust me, there's a lot of shady managers out here that will mess you up big time. So don't think, oh, just because I got the deal, da da da. Nah, it's a
It
lot
don't work
more
like
to it.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. The thing with social media is that you can have this facade life and people fall for it all the time. But once that camera is off, it's a whole nother ball game. Like, people aren't out here making the money that they're flaunting on these social media sites. So they have this dream life that people want, but they don't realize that it may not really be their dream life, and it's going to take work. Like, this is going to take work. I've already put it in my head that it's going to take me a while to get to the point where I am financially stable doing this. Like,
yeah,
it's going to take me a while. I've already
yeah.
put it in my head because I study people. I study Charlemagne. I study Hove. I study people. All of these people, it did not happen overnight. Hove was
Nah,
what, 26 when he started rapping? And he's
yeah,
been doing this for over 20 years, and now he's a billionaire. He's
yeah,
been doing
yeah,
this over 20 years. Oprah, over 20 years. Charlemagne, over 10 years, and he's just a millionaire. Not just a millionaire, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I
yeah.
I I I overstand that it's going to take a while to get there. It's
I
just
mean,
putting
it's
in the
not.
work.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy. You got to put in the work. You got to stay consistent. That's
Consistent.
the biggest thing out of all of this. You got to stay consistent. And this is why I ride all of y'all every day. Like, listen, don't cancel a show. Try to make that show happen.
That's the
Don't
struggle.
cancel a
That's
show.
the struggle. That
That's the struggle.
consistency.
That's the biggest struggle with me and these shows, is just don't cancel the show. Try not to. Like, I don't put your cousin on. Let your cousin do it.
With
Say your cousin
somebody
say
else.
some shit. I don't care what he say, but say your cousin do it. So
He
that's my biggest
wrote me
thing. Like,
today. He wrote me today, y'all. What happened to you
listen,
Tuesday?
what I said, and then even with today, I said, listen, even if we do this show right now, let's do a short show. That's fine, but I want something content on the air, because your show didn't come on Tuesday because of family situations. So
Yeah,
let's make it happen. Let's give them something. You know what I'm
something.
saying? And
I,
this right here, like, you did an interview with me. That's
I know,
amazing.
and this turned out great. I love it.
I mean, we
And
ain't
we're
done yet. We got
promoting
a couple
it.
more
Do you
minutes.
hear me? Do you hear me in the morning? 0514 online promoting.
That's what I was about to get on. That First of all, I want to say congratulations.
Thank
I'm happy now to have a morning show finally on the network
you.
that I'm happy with, and you're on that. So what was now? I'm gonna interview you for 2.5 minutes. What was that like?
It was so nice. I've been wanting to do music, with a radio show. Like, that's where my
Yeah.
heart is. I love music. I really love music. So me and Franklin come from the same place, he actually friends with my oldest daughter's father. And
Mm.
it's crazy how things happen. Like, I remember him. He's older than me. So he used to hang with the older guys. So us talking, as a matter of fact, Cap went 716.
Yeah.
He's the one sent me the link because he was going to be interviewed on the show one day. So supporting him, because if I like your stuff, I'm going to support you.
Yeah.
Supporting
That's
him,
the
I
best thing.
logged in, tapped in on the show, called in, and me and Franklin got to talking, and shoot, the rest is history. It's so nice just getting up there with somebody, and just talking and just talking shop like we're doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really nice. It's really nice. So I look forward to that on Mondays. It's got to be consistent with that too.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm
And
working before I'm working in the morning.
I want to tell you the biggest thing with me about that is you're getting out there.
Thank you.
You know, think about it. This started off with one situation. It took you into your own situation. It took that situation into another situation. And now look.
It's a
Now you got
blessing.
multiple situations.
Multiple situations, right? Thank
Yeah.
you, bro. I
So
appreciate
it's
that.
the growth. Like this is what it is. It's growth. And you gotta enjoy the growth. You know what I mean?
It's gonna get better. It's just gonna get it's gonna get better and better and better and better. I look forward to that. I look forward to this. I can't wait
Yeah.
to be on this for 5 days. I can't wait until that day.
You and me both. That means something is right. Something
Right,
is
right.
right. Something is right.
Facts.
But we about to boogie.
Okay.
So what are your last certain words on today? Matter of fact, no. Wait a minute. This is your show. So I'm gonna let you ask me first.
What gems would you like to leave our listeners with? What parting words would you talk to the ones who looking to start a podcast? If you're looking to start a podcast, contact my bro. He'll put you in. He'll get you together.
If it's not here, it's definitely with one of my sister stations who are moving. All my sister stations are moving right now. Shout out to Charm City. They're still in the loop. People be like, yo, I haven't. Digger's still in the loop, man. He's still working. He got a lot going on, but he's still working.
Yeah,
So
I
you know
check
what I
his
mean.
life sometimes when I catch him.
So you know what I mean. Trust me, it's a family thing over here. We good.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know.
waiting
But
on him.
the biggest gem I'm gonna leave y'all with. Download that Evening Rush app.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. Peace,
And, and,
everyone.
and, and any artists that are looking to be on the Evening Rush Network radio, if your music is an MP3 one, and it has to be clean. That's one of the biggest things. Got to be clean.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, you can have curses, but I
Oh.
prefer clean music, and I actually put music that makes sense. Like I'm not gonna just put up anything.
Yeah.
So that's the big downfall for a lot of people. Let's put up one. No. you prefer if it's clean, looking good, and make it happen.
That's what's
But
up. I'm looking forward to the growth. The gem that I want to leave you guys with is stay consistent, and this is self-talk as well. Stay consistent, because the prize is on the other end of that consistency. What that consistency is going to bring, because I know what consistency can do. It's just like, girl, do it anyways. Do it.
Yeah. And let them know where they could see you at.
And you can see me every Tuesday and Friday right here on the Evening Rush. And like he said, go ahead and download the Evening Rush Network app. You want to support? Download the app. You want to support? Download the app. I'm not even asking you to send me anything in my Cash App, even though that would help. But if you want to support, it will help also if you download the app. The Evening Rush, DA, Evening Rush
Network. You know what I mean?
Network.
And we on all platforms.
I
and
love
make sure
that.
you check out next week. We'll be on the Amazon Fire Stick.
So. Oh, I can't wait. By Monday, you think?
Yeah.
Ooh, I can watch the Queens of NYC. Check out Queens of NYC. That's one of my favorite shows right there. I watch that on the couch. I sit down and watch that like it's a show. Me and my kids watch that. Me and my daughter will sit down and watch it.
Check out the Evening Rush on Wednesdays though. But we got to be up out of here.
Signing out. Have a good weekend, bro. Thank you. Nice conversation. I appreciate
you. You already know. Love you, sis.
Love you too, bro. All right. Have a good
Peace.
one.